Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the
Live coverage of the NBA here on 2K Sports. A happy Sunday evening. Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. The forward spots with Neesmith and Siakam. Shepard out there with Tyrese Halliburton. And it's Zubac in at the 5 down low. And for Minnesota, out of the forward, it'll be McDaniels and Randall. Guard and off guard, filled by deep. Checked in for Indiana. And MP tries to bring out his best when he's matched up against any of the league's top teams. You know, he has said it publicly, but he puts a lot of stock in games like this one.
And now it's time to back up the talk, right? MP needs to deliver the goods. If he wants to prove they can compete with all the other elite teams in the league, this is the time to do it.
Zubac, a screen on DiVincenzo. Down low, and the dunk by Zubac.
An unpredictable guard. Halliburton has a great feel for when to score and when to pass.
Here's DiVincenzo. His last outing, he had 18 points. Pass to Randall. Now here's Edwards. Back to Randall. Now Edwards. 5 to shoot. Off target from the wing.
I'm sure he'd like to have that back. That's a missed opportunity.
Halliburton, no good.
That's just a great effort on the defensive side. Plaster to the shooter.
Pass to Gobert. McDaniels outside. Kept alive. Here's DiVincenzo. Outside Edwards. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. A shot by McDaniels, no good. Pacers trail by 13. I'm told now by our producer, do we have them, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Well, a new ownership group taking over for the Timberwolves. There remains a commitment to continuity on the basketball side. And while creating a replacement for the league's second oldest arena is a priority, they've made it clear their commitment is to remain in Minnesota.
You'll love to hear it. All right, Shams, we thank you for the report. MP kicks to Halliburton. DiVincenzo with the rebound.
Well, you can tell he's forcing things a bit at the moment. He's been trying to get it going, but this hasn't been his quarter.
Randall, no good. Looking at the last game for the Minnesota Timberwolves, it was a loss to the Lakers in Los Angeles. Siakam outside. A baseline change, and he didn't get quite enough under that one. Timberwolves leading by 10. McDaniels right side. Randall finds DiVincenzo. That's in, coming off an assist from Randall. DiVincenzo's got 8.
The shots are certainly falling for him here in the early stages.
And so the timeout here taken by Rick Carlisle. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. And it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Ruff's checked in. Toppin comes in for Pascal Siakam. Walker's checked in for Shepard. And Andrew Nembhard's subbed in for Halliburton. And here's MP for 3. Reed with the rebound.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Timberwolves coach, Chris Finch, said, "We're a team based on movement, cutting, and fluidity. That burden also falls on Anthony Edwards to move and accommodate his teammates. For his part, Ant said his focus is being what the team needs me to be, a leader by example, and showing them that I'm coachable." Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Allie, thanks a lot. The 3. Walker with the rebound. That's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for the Pacers. Down by 12. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd, and that's obviously easier said than done.
Well, on the road, your defense needs to withstand runs from the other side, and that wasn't the case for them.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Ingles with a screen on Nembhard. On the wing, Ingles. It's stolen by Nembhard. On the wing, MP. Back to Nembhard for 3. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. Dante DiVincenzo. He's been the guy making things happen. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Minnesota.
Well, they're playing with great pace, pushing the ball up the floor and attacking before the defense can get set.
And they've also refused to give up on their plays tonight, chasing after their shots and just working hard for second chance points.
Randall and Reed holding down the post spots. Conley out there with Bones Highland. And it's Dosunmu in at the small forward. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
A fantastic decision-making big. Randall with the right choice there, finding the open man.
Here's MP. Minnesota with the rebound. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
Yeah, you know they wanted a few of those plays back. What a tough way to go out in that one.
Yeah, it's often a game of very slim margins, and those close losses somehow sting even more.
Walker dishes to MP. For the 3. MP nails the triple. You know, one thing about MP, he is used to pressure situations. Not long ago, he was leading his team to a European title with a win over a very stacked Istanbul team.
To get experience like that playing in a championship against other professionals, that's something that few rookies get to enter the league with. MP is very prepared for the pressure that will come at him in the NBA because of it.
And the shot goes in from Siakam.
And I like the way they're using the entire court here in the second quarter. The three-point percentage has gone through the roof.
And despite all the accolades, GA, is it possible that Pascal Siakam is underrated?
Absolutely. Spicy P is one of the best two-way players in the league. Exceptionally versatile, and his impact goes beyond his impressive stat line.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Edwards is checked in. Halliburton's checked in for Indiana. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Edwards finds Reed. And out of bounds as the Pacers gain possession.
And now a look at the numbers for Edwards. Last season, he played outstanding. Averaged about 27 points a game last season. 5 rebounds and 4 assists. And most of all, you have to love the defensive grit he brings to games when he comes off the bench.
Yeah, I loved having options like him off the bench. Guys who bring effort. They can change the attitude of a team.
A nice shot by MP.
Nice looking 3-ball by MP. Proving he can hurt you from downtown.
Edwards looking it over. Over MP. They can't stop the run with that one. Pacers trail by 7. Pass to Toppin. Shot clock at 6. Toppin a screen on it. Back to Toppin. This one for 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Reeves got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Edwards gets it done inside.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Siakam sets a screen for MP. Lets it go with a 3. Siakam's shot is off.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Highland. A 3-pointer, no good. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. He's only given up 6 here in this quarter. Outside for Halliburton. To the paint from 6 away. And it's Randall getting it to go. And it's an 11-point Timberwolves lead.
Well, Randall doesn't back down from physical coverage. In fact, he welcomes the challenge.
Back to Siakam. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got 3 assists now in this one. And it just seems like the Pacers have really shaken up the league, Greg, with their fast-paced, aggressive style.
Well, Tyrese Halliburton and Pascal Siakam, 2 star players who thrive in this up-tempo style. And if you look at the roster around them, the pieces fit.
And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
Well, he's a reason why they're winning right now. He's been efficient offensively, and his confidence continues to grow.
And so now a timeout called by Rick Carlisle. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Some changes here for the Timberwolves. Gobert's checked in for Randall. McDaniels comes in for Dosunmu. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Highland. Indiana also making some changes. Zubac is checked in for Siakam. Aaron Nesmith comes in for Toppin. And Shepard subbed in for Andrew Nembhard. Zubac a screen on Edwards. Here's MP. Good as the jump shot falls. MP's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Well, he got off to a slow start, but now in the second, he seems to be finding his rhythm.
Outside, Reed. And it's off from 3-point range. Pacers trail by 8. MP deciding where to go with it. Back to Halliburton. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Halliburton's got 5 points so far.
A pure-looking jumper right there. Halliburton has such confidence in his ability to score.
A nice shot by McDaniel.
Well, the defense was a little soft. He felt free to take that shot.
MP outside. Zubac with the screen for MP. Back to Halliburton. pass over DiVincenzo. That misses off the backboard. Minnesota leading by 9. To the inside. And finished off by Gobert.
What a slam by Gobert. He's solid getting positioning inside and using it to his advantage.
And here's MP for 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. 11 points in the game.
He has gotten into a great rhythm here in this quarter, playing with just bundles of confidence.
And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play. So Edwards will go to the free throw line. It goes on Tyrese Halliburton. He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
Well, what you have to love about Edwards is his drive. This is a guy that wants to be an all-time great when it's all said and done.
From deep three-point territory. He's off on that one. And so it's Minnesota holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Thanks for stopping by, everybody. The story tonight, everything, and I mean everything, is working well for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Yeah, they're playing within themselves, getting to their spots and working the ball to whoever is open.
Efficiently building out that lead. Now let's take a moment here for a look at the upcoming schedule.
You look at the Timberwolves, you can already see they have the makings of a good team, but they also have things to iron out.
Splitting the first 2 games, this next one could indicate which direction they're headed. And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Making some changes. Toppin, he's checked in for Zubac. MP comes in for Nesmith. And Andrew Nembhard's subbed in for Shepard. So, Greg, you played in the league over a decade. What's the toughest thing about being a pro basketball player?
Lots of things. To me, it's just keeping your spot. Every year, there's just so much talent coming in. So holding on to a place on the roster, and that can be as difficult as anything.
On the court for Indiana. Toppin is out there with Pascal Siakam. Then it's MP. Then there's Andrew Nembhard. And it's Halliburton in at the point.
Well, Edwards is such a strong player. Skilled at absorbing contact and still finishing.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thank you, Kevin. Rudy Gobert talked about his objectives. He said, my goal is to be the best defender ever. And now my only focus is to win a championship and to keep impacting my team. Keep trying to make my team the top defense in the league. I think that's the best measure of an all-time defender. Guys, back to you.
He can lock it down. Okay, Allie, thanks.
And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
A 3 from MP. Count it, number 5 from the floor this game. He's now 5 of 11.
Coming right back, MP with a huge 3.
And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Instead, the head coach, Chris Finch, bringing a culture of accountability to this Timberwolves team.
Yeah, Chris Finch challenges every player, Kevin, top to bottom. No sugarcoating Coach Finch's message, but at the same time, getting that buy-in that a coach has to have.
Randall against Nembhard. Pass to DiVincenzo. Offline with his three. And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. 15-point game. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour. They get the rebound. That one falls. Gobert's got 6 in the quarter.
And you gotta box out Gobert or he will make you pay on the offensive glass.
MP outside. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the third. McDaniels against Nembhard. McDaniels outside. A three-pointer is right on target. McDaniels got 9 points.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Halliburton passes to MP. Launches a three. Julius Randle with the rebound. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. Here's Edwards. And that one's drained from the low block. 16 points for him.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
And so it's Minnesota cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we've got more on 2K Sports. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Yeah, well, this is the diversification of positions in this league. Everyone does everything now.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Randall and Reed holding down the post spots. Bones Highland is out there with Conley. And it's Dosunmu in at the three, the small forward. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Top of the key, Siakam. The shot by Nembhard and nobody around. They grab their own miss. And the shot goes in from Siakam.
And watch Siakam just spring up for those offensive boards. Athletic ability gets him to the ball so fast.
Randall outside. Pass to Highland. Back to Randall. Stan, what advice would you give to coaches that are leading a struggling team?
Well, Kevin, I think the number one thing, whether you're leading a struggling team or a team playing really well or anything in between, is to just stay consistent. Keep working on the things that you know over time make teams consistent. Go out and talk about those things day in and day out and try to get your team to focus on them.
Conley's shot is off. Pacers trail by 17. And a wide open look for MP. And the Pacers another three.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. Edwards has come in for Mike Conley. Then for the Pacers. Huff's jacked in, and Halliburton subbed in for Walker. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. He loves what the D has been able to accomplish, saying to his team, every turnover is a big success for us. Keep forcing those errors. Don't let them feel comfortable out there. So expect them to keep trying to be disruptive.
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you. Halliburton kicks to MP. Jacks up a three. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Reeves got 6 rebounds in the game.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up. Great hustle on display, and you know what? It's paying off with those second chance points.
And here's MP for 3. Julius Randle with the rebound. Randle's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Pass to Dosunmu. And here's Edwards. Here's Randle. Bank shot, no good. Pacers trail by 16. Here's MP. Driving through him, MP.
MP went right for the teeth and got rewarded.
And so it's Highland who brings the ball up for Minnesota. 22 is their biggest lead. Randall down low. Siakam's there, and the shot goes down. Randall's got 9 points now in just the second half.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Gobert's checked in for Reed. McDaniels comes in for Dosunmu. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Highland. Zubac is checked in for Indiana. Neesmith comes in for Andrew Nembhard. Siakam the bounce pass. 5 on the clock. Here's Halliburton. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Halliburton finds Siakam. Here's Zubac. Halliburton outside. Gobert there for the rebound.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Now DiVincenzo. Randall. No good from 3. And so MP will bring it up for the Pacers. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Let's lose a 3. Rebounded by Randall.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Plays it up and banks it in. Randall's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
To end the cold streak, yep, that goes down.
Well, that's a shot where your coach is saying, no, 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 and then, woo.
And the Timberwolves call timeout. They're leading by 18. .135 left in the fourth quarter. Randall against Siakam. Randall down low. Officiating is always a hot topic among fans, Greg. That's never going to go away. And some people think the game is called too closely now.
Be careful, Kevin. We don't need any fines over here. Fans are bound to get frustrated with certain calls, but overall, I think our officials do a great job, and the game is about as fair as it can be.
No good on the free throw.
A focal part of this offense. In addition to his scoring ability, Randall is also a terrific passer at his position.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Reed, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Dosunmu comes in for McDaniels. Bones Highland is checked in for Edwards. And it's Mike Conley in for Dante DiVincenzo.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Timberwolves.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Julius Randle.
Well, offensively, they needed him to be aggressive, and he delivered. What a game.
Impressive job by the players
coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Just 5 on the clock. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could